Good morning. Let's read our message. All right. Here we go. Good morning, 4K. Let's make numbers in a 10 frame. Love, Miss Lily, Miss Melissa. So we are going to make numbers in a 10 frame like this. Remember this 10 frame? Yeah. So I am going to do the 10 frame and I am going to ask you guys to do the numbers on your fingers. How many fingers do we have? 10 fingers, which is the same as the number of boxes on a 10 frame. There are 5 boxes on top, which is how many we have on one hand, and 5 boxes on the bottom, which is how many we have on the other hand. So this is going to work well. If you do the numbers on your fingers, I will do them in the 10 frame. All right, there is our 10 frame. So what I'm going to do is I have a box of numbers here. And I'm going to pick out a number, and you're going to do the number on your fingers, and I'm going to do the number up here. Now, I will know if I need to put circles in the top only, if you only use one hand for your number. But if you use both hands, then I'm going to know that I need numbers in the top. I need to fill the top and do numbers in the bottom, right? Okay, here we go. I'm going to pick a number. This is the number 3. So I am looking at you guys. Are you making the number with your fingers? All right, it looks like you're all using only one hand. Make the number 3, buddy. Make the number 3. Looks like you're all just using one hand. So I guess I need to only use the top of my 10 frame, right? Yeah. And am I going to fill the whole top of my 10 frame? No, because 3 is less than 5, right? So I'm not going to fill it. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3.
3 dots. 3 dots.
3 fingers, 3 dots, and that's the number 3. Awesome. All right, let's try another number. All right, here we go. Okay.
1, 2.
All right, make the 2 with your fingers. Show me 2. I see most of you using one hand. Okay, so right now up here I have how many?
3.
3. So do I need to add more or take some away?
Add more.
2 is less than 3, right? So I need to actually take away how many?
1.
Take away 1, and now I have
2.
2. 2 is less than 3, so I took 1 away. All right, should we try another one? All right, let's see. Are you ready?
Yep.
8. I'm going to give you a minute to figure out on your fingers. Number 8. I'm seeing a lot of you with 2 hands up. So is 8 more than 5? Yeah, so you need 2 hands to make the number 8. You need all 5 on one hand, and then
3 on the other hand.
all 5 on one hand, and then we need to add more. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 5 and 3 more is 8. So I know I'm going to have to fill my whole top row, right?
Yeah.
All right, so fill my top row. And how many do I have now?
5.
5. Do I have to keep going?
Yes.
Because I want to get to the number 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to keep going. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8.
2, 1,
Yes, and we can just look at the 10 frame and know that, right? Because we see there's 2 empty boxes, and when all the boxes are full, there's 10, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And when you
So
take
right
the
now, does my 10 frame match your fingers? 5 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the number 8. Yep, very good. All right. I am going to take down our 8.
Because that's all the dots.
Well, it's not all the dots. If it was the whole thing, it would be 10, right? All right, let me pick another number. All right, now, I don't think that we're gonna need to count it all because we know to make 5 on our fingers, we just, one hand, all the fingers on one hand, and that is 5. And we also know that on our 10 frame,
We have 5 on the top or the bottom.
we have 5 on the top
And 5 on
and
the
5
bottom.
on the bottom. So we don't even need to count. We are just going to do what? Put the dots on where and how am I going to do my 10 frame? What's it going to look like?
Just one top. Just the top.
Just the
Top.
top. Yes, I'm just going to fill the top. I don't even have to count. I'm just putting them on because I know that when I fill the top of the 10 frame, I make the number 5. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, we don't even.
All right, I'm gonna leave our 5 up there and pick one more number, okay? I'm not sure. Let's see, what do we got here? You ready for this?
It is.
Yes, it is 10. So if I want to make 10, I want to turn my 5 into 10. Do I even have to count?
No.
No, why not?
Because this 5 has been having bottom.
Yes, and when we fill the whole 10 frame, we have
10.
so 10 on your fingers. Yes, and we know that to make the number 10 on a 10 frame, we just fill each of the boxes, each of the frames, and there we go.
Now when we take the frame off, it's gonna be still there.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that. All right, that's our 10 frame. You guys are pretty good at 10 frames, huh?
Uh-huh.
Nice work. All right. We are going to move on to our story today. So we have been talking about growing up healthy and strong and safe, right? So today I have a book for you that looks like this. And the title is Always Be Safe.
I like that. I have that.
You do.
I don't.
Well, it's very important to always be safe, right?
I have baby orange.
Let's read our story. Remember, you're listening, so we have eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. We listen. This is how we listen. It's very important. I really want you to listen because me and Miss Melissa want you to always be safe. Safe. All right. This is written by, the author is Kathy Schultz, and it's illustrated by Catherine Potter. Here we go. Yeah. Sit using scissors, or you might get hurt. So if you're using scissors to cut something, You don't want to be like walking around with your scissors, do you? No, you should sit down. Like when you're in the classroom or if you're at home and you're going to cut something out, you want to sit down.
Yeah, I cannot cut with big scissors.
Wash before eating, or you might eat dirt. Ugh, gross. So you want to always wash your fingers and hands really good before you eat, right? Because we don't want to get dirt or germs in our mouth. Yep. Ask before tasting, or you might get sick. So you would never want to be out for a walk and find some berries and just start eating them if you don't know what they are, right? No, you might get sick. Check before touching, or you just might stick. So this bench says wet paint, and guess what?
He got paint on him.
He sat on it.
And he got paint on his
Yeah.
shorts. And we got to watch his shorts.
Stay with a grown-up, or you might get lost.
Can't go without a
Nope.
grown-up.
Nope, not yet. You gotta stay with the grown-up.
There's a town on this side.
Mhm.
And there's a town on this side. Right on the number over there.
Okay. Oh, a 10. Yes, it was page 10. Sit in your chair right, or you might get tossed. If you're in a chair, you want to sit safely in your chair, right? And of course, you don't want to stand on a chair.
Make it tough. You don't want to.
Hold on while climbing, or you might fall off.
Yep. Can't. Hold on. You know how to take Spider-Man.
Zip up your coat, or you might start to cough.
Yeah.
Yes, that's important, especially in the winter time like this. Ask before petting, or you might get nipped. So you should never, ever, ever go up to a dog that you don't know, right? Because you don't know, some dogs might not be very nice. So you never, ever go up to a dog that you don't know. Right, if you have a dog at home, then you know your dog, right? But if you are out for a walk and you see a dog that you don't know, you don't want to go up to it because you don't know it. You don't know what it's going to do. Tie before walking, or you might be tripped. Now, listen, at 4 years old or 5 years old, like you guys, guess what? You might probably don't know how to tie your shoes yet. It's really kind of a tricky thing to do with your fingers. So if your shoes are untied, but you don't want to get tripped, what should you do?
Tie them.
But if you don't know how to tie them, if you're at home, ask a family member. If you're at school, ask a teacher. Yes. Ask a sister if your sister or brother knows how to do it. A parent, a grandparent. All right. Ride with a helmet, or you might get lumps.
And hood.
Yeah.
Can you read a buckle with a parrot?
Yes, you need to make sure it fits properly, right?
Yeah.
And it's buckled.
And
Yes,
you need
Caitlin.
a buckle with a parrot.
Excellent. She puts her helmet on before she rides. That's how to be safe.
So do you really need a buckle
How?
with the parrot tied?
With a what?
Parrot tied.
Oh, okay. All right, let's keep going. What else do we need to do to be safe? Buckle your seat belt, or you might get bumps.
Yeah.
So important, right? And even sometimes to make sure that your seatbelt is on the right way to be the most safe for you, you might have to have a grown-up help you, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Always be safe. Yeah. In whatever you do. So they're having fun, but they're also being safe, right? Those things are both very important. Fun but also safety. Nothing is quite as important as you. The end. So I hope you remember some of those safety tips in there. And guess what? I think a very important thing to remember to be safe is that if you don't know, or you're not sure about something, or something doesn't seem right, or you're not sure if something is safe, ask a grown-up that you trust, right? So who's a grown-up that you trust? Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Good, you can ask me. Do you trust Miss Melissa?
Yeah.
Yes, we can ask Miss Melissa. If you're not at school, you could ask a family member at home if you trust them, right? So if you need help or you're not sure about something, something doesn't seem safe, always, always, always tell a grown-up that you trust. Good job, friends. You're so good at listening.